consider if they really want to pick the Matilda first. Pick out the jungler first, then pick the Matilda. But unfortunately, they just went straight in for Matilda. It's not wrong, but I prefer it to be the last pick.
That's true. I mean, Matilda for the second last pick here on the side of Evil. But Flash here, going with the Claude. Yep. Very good, you know, in and out.
Right? I talked about AoE.
Yes.
You add more AoE. That's the Claude that Team Flash is looking out for. It's either the Irithel or the Claude. Because you have so much good setups that you can set up for the Claude, the heavy spin, and also the wild charge. And you have the infinite amount of slows from Lilia's balls as well. So you do have very potentially powerful Claude if you time it right.
Another pet?
Okay.
What? Oh, what? Oh, okay. The Uranus.
Okay.
Especially with the rank reset and the nice free Starlight
AoE slow.
Yes, a lot of AoE slow, a lot of CC's lockdown coming out from Flash, a lot of, you know, front to back, good burst though coming out. But Evo, they're looking for the big team fights right now. It's the almost, I would say almost the same, right?
Lunox is good here.
Again? Yeah, honestly, Lunox looks great right now. But will Melon pick it up though?
Will Melon pick it up? Okay,
ladies and gents, I have to give some context why the caster desk is laughing because Abstract's girlfriend loves the Lunox. And there we go. That's the Lunox.
They went for the Lunox. Oh my god.
Okay. Here is the idea.
I can imagine Abstract's girlfriend like going crazy for this Lunox pick.
Let's go.
Okay, here's the idea here, right? Because when it comes down to looking at Flash's composition, they are understandably very, very tanky. In the previous game, when Flash picked up the Lunox, the front lines wasn't really much from Evo, so they would want to focus their Lunox over to the back lines a little bit more. But this time, with such a beefy front line, the Lunox will have an easier chance connecting all of that Chaos Assaults to really burst down heroes, such as Uranus, which is very difficult to bring down.
But that's where the Esmeralda come in, to cut your shields away and away and away. Guys, take it away.
Of course, the ladies and gents, very heaty draft for both these two sides. A lot of celebratory jumps, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on to the land of the god. This is game number 2 if Evil takes this one. Wow. The ladder is a little bit wonky coming out from this particular game because if Evil takes 2-0, they will be at 8 points. They'll be borderline around the 4th or 5th placement if they manage to get this game.
Well, Uranus doing Uranus things, right? Just proxying into lane, not giving a care in the world, considering that he's just gonna get his stacks pretty darn easily. And not to forget, as long as you keep on connecting down onto your discs, you're honestly not too afraid of anything at all.
Wait, hold on a second. It's Pokemon on the Uranus, it's Alpha B9 on the Claude. What is this?
What?
Huh?
It's fun.
Yes, it's all fun and games, ladies and gents. Team Flash putting the experiment into the experiment. Pokemon going back to his roots as an XP laner. Alpha B9.
This is fun.
This is fun. And both, look at Alpha B9. Look, I'm jumping the gun here, of course. The emblems will be showing up soon. Alpha B9 and Pokemon both going for avarice, trying to get as much gold as quickly as possible. But that's a little bit behind in terms of gold. But Evo, I don't think they're expecting this one.
You know what? It would be awkward if both of these players actually excel in this game in this role.
They're permanently going to be swapped. Alpha V9 will be the gold laner.
Yeah, this is like a eureka moment, you know, and the epiphany for Team Flash. And then from this point on, they just destroy every single team that they come up with. That would be nice to see. A
Team
great
Flash
story to tell. You know, it would be a great story to tell. You know, they just kind of like change institution in the retirement home, you know, kind of jump from one home to another and just like, hey, this place is better.
The grass is always greener on the other side. Speaking about the grass, that's greener. The XP lane is greener. That's when the turtle is already spawned. Powerful making his way over. Does have the retreat. Does have the ultimate. But reminiscent as well. He does have the ultimate at the same time. Pokemon coming in, but it's going to be JS that's going to start it all the way out. Reminiscent gets rooted, but Reminiscent is sticking towards the turtle. The heavy spin coming in, pushing Powerful away. Flash will need to try to take this turtle away because it's supposed to be theirs, but Evil will not be able to secure his team. Flash comes in with the turtle soup. The ultimate going down. Powerful will be the first to fall.
Oh man, oh man. There must be something that has happened in that team fight. The thing is, it should not be a stolen turtle by the hands of Akai. I've been keeping my eyes onto JS the entire time, and he's been, well, soaking quite a bit of damage coming in from Lilia. Constantly, the Gloomers is just bursting in their faces, and despite the fact that Esmeralda is not that sustainable or tanky in the early stages, I thought that was a pretty bold move for him to just go in between of 3 other heroes and yet not die. So we can pretty much tell that that the members coming in from Team Flash, they are not necessarily caring about this Esmeralda even in the early stages. I thought that would be great collective effort if they just shut down the Esmeralda, then one thing happen, shut down one player to the other, because Esmeralda was already overextended.
Yeah, and not only just Esmeralda overextended, I think the reason why JS jumped in front is trying to stall the Akai from jumping in the middle of the turtle. But if you notice that Akai is like, nope, I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna go right for the target, which is the turtle. I put the heavy spin in between Powerful and the turtle, push Powerful away like Beyblade a little bit, and then come in for the retry steal. I think that's absolutely disgusting coming out from Team Flash, and absolutely evil against evil.
Well, what can I say at this point in time, right? Okay, so now that we have this opportunity to talk a bit more about the team and, of course, talk a little bit more about their game plan here. Wow. It will be fun for us, or not to say fun, but it help us understand the team a bit more, right? Evil, we're looking at a very strong early game composition, especially when it comes down to dealing with objective. Bowman can take objective very consistently to help the entire team scale over to the late if they really need to. But otherwise, in the middle stages of the game, he starts to become tanky, yet still very impactful. This is when Coconut comes in. He's playing as the Bruno. He does have the marksman emblem onto himself and helps him scale over to later stages of the game even better to go neck and neck against the against Alpha V9.
I was looking at Kayzeepi when we were talking about Alpha V9. Kayzeepi is deep right in towards Powerful face. You force Powerful to use the ultimate to try to take down Kayzeepi while charge out there just in time. But the pull himself together allows him to, get the flicker up and quickly up and running as quickly as possible. So maximum amount of flicker while charged to try to catch people off guard. But speaking of people off guard, oh no, Alpha V9 using the Blazing Duet right on too early. But luckily for the better mirror image, will allow Alpha V9 back into safety. At the same time, JS not having great time. 2 members right on in. Infinite amount of slows going in, but will pop the sprint into safety.
Well, not too big of a deal, especially since Uranus can just go in and cut the lanes like no other business. We don't have to talk too much about the top lane, at least for now. This is just gonna be like what
pool noodle fight, like what
wet noodle fight. Wet noodle fight. This is exactly what Vertigo love to say, right? But coming on to the rest of the team, we are looking at 3 members that can pop off in the early game pretty nicely for the side of Evil. But unfortunately, Flash, they are relatively tanky. They will require Melon to burst him down with the Chaos Assault, which is something that you will see here.
And also, Powerful gets knocked up into the air. Kayzeepi going in with the Guardian's Barrier will be able to block Evil for now, but they will lose Pokemon. That's now it's a 5v4 situation in the favor of Evil, and now Evil has full control of the turtle. JS all the way at the backside, pushing Reminiscent away. Powerful already spinning, trying to take down the turtle for now, trying to drag it over, but Kayzeepi is throwing around, trying to look for a target to pick it all the way back up. Wild Charge is not available right yet, but Jayy gets bursted down a little bit too low. The power boots will back him into safety, but Evil takes down the turtle for now.
Great dance, and of course Evil, they are constantly trying to push the members of Team Flash away. Mathilda putting on the impact, and let's not forget about the fact that Melon, he can deal damage too. Scary fella. But Team Flash, they do have good skill into the later stages. Let's not forget about that, right? When you are looking at Claude as well as Uranus, they are just rushing right in no matter.
Not only just that, Powerful would not be able to take the purple buff at all. Gets stolen right underneath the noses. Yes, Evil takes the turtle, but hey, they will have to forfeit their purple buff.
At least for now, no problems about that. I think that Evil will see that as not too big of a deal. Team fight-wise, how should both of these teams play? Team Flash, they definitely gotta have to play in team fights. But Pokemon can sustain a lot of pressure onto the other lanes. But his main job here in the top lane isn't to bring turrets down, but to just keep on pushing out the wave. And if there are gonna be any contention in the turtle, that is where Uranus can just come in and help things out. While for Team Flash's Claude, he gotta have to push the turrets a little bit more. He gotta need the help of Grok as well as Lilia, or perhaps even the Akai.
Ooh, Alpha V9, not long for the world. The burst damage coming out from Evo is a little bit too much to handle. Reminiscent coming in with a concealed play. Kayzeepi misses the wild charge now. Flash coming in an awkward position. Powerful will come in for the spin, but Kayzeepi, he's taking a bit of damage, will get tickled by Evo for now.
Well, Team Flash, not exactly the greatest initiation, but to be fair, Evil was running away after all.
Yep.
So Team Flash, they just couldn't catch up. From this point on, it would have been nice if Pokemon just cut the waves right inside of the opponent's base and just let all of the waves push in. But Esmeralda being Esmeralda, she's able to hold the waves and dominate the waves as well. Now that the turtle is available in the top lane, they gotta have to find ways to push out the waves as much as possible so that Pokemon can join into the fight.
You know what I request is a Pokemon cam at the bottom, in the middle maybe. We can see where Pokemon's going, because Pokemon, if you notice, cutting top, cutting mid, I'm not like, he's never joining team fights at all.
You don't have to.
He doesn't need to. Team Flash is fighting a 3v4 or 3v5 situation, but hold on a second. Kayzeepi, off the side of the screen, takes down Melon, and now Evo doesn't really have a damage dealer anymore. Reminiscent will be there, taking the turtle away for now. JS may find himself in a bit of trouble, gets knocked up by the headbutt as JS pop the sprint, gets right into safety for the time being. Pokemon is already there to greet him, but not enough damage to deal with this Esmeralda. But the carrot, he comes flying, he goes onto Pokemon, and now Flash will have to disengage.
Well, let's be honest, Pokemon is not gonna die anytime soon right now, but now Evil, they wanted to go for a comeback.
Kayzeepi, he does have the little counter, but Reminiscent will be pushing Coconut White on the back. Alpha V9 doesn't want to fight this at all. Jayy coming in for the flank, will not be able to find anything anymore. He will go down. Now Pokemon coming in just to say hi and bye. Ionic Blade trying to slow, but not enough damage onto Evil.
2:4. And now Evil still have a bit of kill lead. But when it comes down to gold, not quite. Both of these teams are currently neck and neck, and they're trying to find opportunities to exploit one another and win in the battlefield. But it doesn't seem like it is going to work that well. Somehow, Uranus actually goes down to the hands of Powerful. Now, here's the thing. The good thing about the good thing about Bauman is true damage, right? You're able to do true damage onto tank heroes, and this is why Bauman is such an impactful player in a composition where there's a lot of tanks. In this case, which is Team Flash, the lethal counter, even though in the later stages you're not exactly going to use it to KS, you are just bringing down the front liners, which is going to be super resourceful and of course super impactful too.
Let me compare the gold laners of this particular game right now. Alpha V9 has been playing the Claude like an AXP laner, jumping up in front of everyone, expecting him to take some damage, but then again, a gold laner on the other side, Evo Coconut, has been farming non-stop. 101 is that score. Has been pushing down turrets consistently. He's the siege unit of Evil, kicking down turrets one by one. Now, Alpha V9, that's a good pickup for the side of the item. Golden stuff is something that he definitely needs, so I expect him to do more damage with the Blazing Duet coming up. But Team Flash, they need to fight S5.
Team Flash, at this point in time, they have quite a lot of members that are just going to be congregating in the bottom side. Evil is going to respond to that as well. They're pushing Bauman right into the face of Akai, and they are just dancing around the Lord, you know, dancing in the summer. But I don't think that it will be either side.
I heard that in a song. I heard that as a song instead of a lyric. Sorry, instead of you reading it out. I was like, wait, isn't that a song?
I'm glad you caught that up. But you know, the main thing is the fact that Uranus is actually trying to do a very good job in trying to cut in the waves. But one thing that they don't know and not having information of is the fact that Esmeralda is now joining in the ranks of Evil. They are all preparing for themselves. They don't know where Kayzeepi is. just until the Soul Bloom eventually pops. Powerful joins in a little bit closer, but unfortunately not exactly the right time just yet because the Lord still have half HP. They're dancing around, playing around. Pokemon is finally joining in the fray, and this is the point in time where Flash goes in.
Flash goes all the way in, but now the Guardian Barrier just a little bit wonky for now. The Lord is getting forgotten. JS goes all the way deep in the back line, but at the same time, Pokemon, oh no, he's getting chased by Jay as well, but oh, it's gonna be Coconut get falls. Alpha V9 comes in with the Blazing Duet, picking up the kill, but now it's just Carrot. Alpha V9 managed to get all the way safely. The roll swap coming in sweet for Flash.
Pokemon is just gonna be continuing on to his Ionic Disc, and somehow Melon has been found inside of the brush by the hands of Reminiscent. They're trying to steal the purple buff, and yes, they will. No problems whatsoever. Knowing the fact that Pokemon is super sustainable, he will still stand up tall, putting himself right in front of Reminiscent and do what he can.
Team Flash takes the Lord away, takes a couple of members as a bonus. And I'm still laughing at Alpha V9. I was like, wait, hold on a second. Alpha V9 is the Cloud, not Pokemon.
It takes some time to get used to, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. But this roll swap coming in very sweet for Team Flash because they have a nice little Lord marching down the mid lane. So a lot of pushing pressure for the side of Team Flash for now.
There will be more tempo going into the hands of Flash, and they do have a Grok as well. So from this point onwards, they should be able to shove out every single wave of Evil and to keep Evil at bay. Unless Evil decides to take the fight first. The question is how powerful is... How tanky is powerful? Alright?
How powerful is powerful?
How tanky is powerful? That sounds weird, but that is actually the right sentence I want to say.
It kind of reminds me that time when I first, when we had to cast for JS's game. It's like, JsisJejsj? But in the meantime, Pokemon is just pushing the issue right here. None of the Evil has enough damage to deal with him. Just take a look. Constantly healing members of Team Flash. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for this window of opportunity for the side of Evil. But Evil right now, they will lose all their turrets outside their base. Team Flash, that was a nice little Lord. They translated it into a big, massive push, pushing Evil back into base.
Working onto those chip damage, something that Eurydice as well as a Grok is capable of doing. They're just gonna be pushing onto the side of Evil's jungles as much as possible. Powerful was trying to go for a steal, but unfortunately got knocked into a wall.
Got knocked into the wall indeed. Powerful will be able to survive for that. But JS goes all the way to the back line. Jay will be the back victim for now. But he may fight himself more than he could chew. Pokemon coming in, joining the fight. Trying to put down JS, but JS has proven so tanky. Kayzeepi coming in, putting down the wall to try to split apart the team fight. Melon go in, Blazing Duet all the way into the back line as well. Powerful, he takes too much damage. Powerful will be able to spin him to death, and now Evil, this is the time to strike. The little counter go all the way in. Kayzeepi gets striked down all the way down low, and now Flash may have pushed the limit a little bit too far.
They didn't really quite get the collective effort to bring a single person down. I mean, we have seen that Pokemon absorb so much damage. He weaves himself in and out, just to get himself the restoration. But now everyone focuses himself on the Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon! The great escape, but Kayzeepi coming in with a stun, denying Powerful from the little counter. What is going on? Team Flash outplaying Evil for the time being, but they're not out of the woods just yet.
Perfect wild charge coming in from Kayzeepi. Really saved Pokemon from all of that action. Despite Evil putting their advantage and of course getting themselves their own jungle camps back, you know, they have their own free real estate within their own house, so that is great. But now the main thing is to dance with the Lord.
It's Melon and Carrot at the Lord pit for now. Powerful making it slow, but Pokemon will be there. Kayzeepi will be there to greet him as well. Carrot takes a little bit too much damage. Alpha V9 coming in, better mirror image right on out. He's not going to push the effort for now. JS all the way at the back line. Welker's putting some vision on top of the Lord for now, but two members for the side of Team Flash will get caught out by Reminiscent. Oh no, he's actually going down a little bit low, but Pokemon will be powerful. Jay will be going next, but Powerful will fall as well. A massacre at the Lord pit, but Evil was the one that came on triumph with the Lord in the pocket.
Top lane has also been pushed right out. Flash has got way too much onto their plate. Evil brought down 3 members from Flash in an instant, and Evil also managed to get themselves the Lord. Team Flash understood that what's important isn't the Lord anymore. We gotta go back. We gotta run back. Just defend our base. Make sure that Evil does not end us.
But Evil has already entered the wild charge to buy some time. Kayzeepi, but Coconut is kicking down the car, and now Flash put out some last-ditch effort to defend. But Evil, oh no, he overstayed the welcome. The red carpet not red anymore. Team Flash pushes Evil out. They don't want them to take this game, as Team Flash will manage to bring Coconut down. No more damage. Alpha V9 go all the way to the backline. 1v3, but Better remains. Just get him out alive, and they focus on the defense.
It's a barren wasteland coming from the side of Flash. They are all still trying to defend from the Lord, defend from all of the mega creeps that will slowly be marching in.
Wow.
Team Flash, they have the sustainability, they have that bit of damage that they really need as well. Now, the main thing is to understand how Evil plays, react accordingly, predict it, and of course, trample all over them. Team Flash didn't really quite play that round that well, but perhaps they'll be able to get themselves another try, because the next Lord ought to end things, even if it goes over to the side of Flash or Evil.
That impeccable defense coming out from Team Flash warded the Evil out of their base. Open doors, mind you, coming out from Flash. Team Evil does have the inner turret, but they're sending super minions marching into Flash one at a time. So Team Flash, you expect them to be a little bit busy on the defense. It's all up to the next Lord Dance coming out in 60 seconds. Evil right now, you know, they will try to bide their time. Coconut does have the damage. Alpha V9 needs to find the right target, the right timing to come in with the blazing duet to clean up house.
I think one of the other difficult things that for Flash to play and do is the fact that they don't really have a lot of damage to work with. The only thing that they can rely on is Alpha V9 for the burst amount of damage coming in from the Blazing Duet. Aside from that, they rely on to Jayy. But for because in the later stages of the game, Remaniscent as well as Kayzeepi, they just don't have that natural damage from their heroes anymore. They are all just kind of like poking here and there. They're mostly throwing their bodies and just shuffling the damage in between of everyone. They are just taking in damage. Pokemon, yes, you gotta have to say that he can deal damage with his ionic discs, but he gotta have to stay in the team fight for long and just keep stacking onto them.
It's a 4v4 right here coming in for the Sao Evil around the Lord Pit. Now it is Pokemon that has to deal with the waves coming in, but look at JsisJejsj sending up for the flanks, but it's two members all the way down. If Flash caught wind of this, they will have to pull the trigger, but Pokemon, I think he's able to juke. He's trying to buy some time. The Chaos shots going in on top of Pokemon does quite a bit of damage, but now Team Flash, it's their time to try to push. It's three members right here against three. Lilia going back in for the defense. Flash, they need to do something. They need to make up their mind, but Pokemon won't fall. And now this fight turns into a 5v4. Now Team Evil, they will know that they have a manpower advantage and they will try to push. Team Flash, they will not be able to reach the Lord Pit for now. It's going to be Evil setting up shop right around the Lord Pit. Alpha V9 going all the way back in, and Powerful Reminiscent trying to juke it around the push going in, but man, they take down the Lord as Evil circling Eagle coming in for the side of carry. JS stops Flash from running away. Alpha V9 running for the woods, blazing the way, but JS will pick up his head as Flash, they bit more than they can chew. The Evil will not be warded out by Team Flash.
A little bit anticlimactic here, because the only thing that Evil can do is stop here, wait and see until the bottom lane Ballistas join into the fray and be beaten by Lilia. This is the power of Lilia, just clearing out creeps so fast.
Yes, the Jay coming in, clearing clutch, but Jayy may have taken too much damage before the Lord could actually march all the way back in. Flash, Jet Spirit trying to put up some defense. Reminiscent puts Coconut to the wall. Where's the damage coming up from Flash? It's not being able to connect on top of Coconut, but the Lord is already here. Reminiscent doesn't have damage, but Evil will punish the core instead, as Flash will not be able to defend this. Evil takes game number 2.
A 2-0 in favor of Evil. A lot of us definitely did not quite expect this outcome, but the late game, well, unfortunately, seems like I have missed out something in my calculations as well. The main problem when it comes down to Team Flash is definitely